This is IFV, the web space with your dose of business and financial news. In full view, we're making your business our business.
Welcome to In Full View. I'm Marcella Palmer. We're bringing you the week's medium and small business news from the Yale Club of New York City in Midtown Manhattan. This historic Ivy League club says it's the largest college clubhouse in the world, and during the past century, members have included leaders in government, business, and the arts. The Yale Club is hosting the Direct Marketing Club of New York Monetizing Social Media Luncheon. DMCNY is exploring ways to harness social media and social data for true customer acquisition programs.
The Direct Marketing Club of New York is the premier direct response club within the New York metropolitan area. We pull members from New Jersey, Connecticut, Long Island, and of course Manhattan. And our members represent people who have been in the industry as well as people who are up and coming and are actually in school. We cross all aspects of direct response, whether it be print, online, offline, digital, web, email, and we are now presenting all of those new technologies to our membership because the industry is changing so much, and we want to make sure that all of our members know what's going on.
More on that in a moment. First, our top story. This week, the House Energy and Commerce Committee and the Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources held hearings investigating the causes of the Deepwater Horizon rig explosion and Gulf oil spill. Lamar McKay, president and chairman of BP America, and executives of Transocean Limited, Halliburton, and Cameron provided testimony suggesting equipment failures and procedural problems led to the deaths of 11 workers and the spillage of more than, at this point, 4 million gallons of crude oil. We're continuing our look into the relationship between social media and the entrepreneur. Last week, IFE News spoke with entrepreneurial internet media marketing gurus Peter Shankman and Gary Vaynerchuk, who've each successfully used social media marketing to build their businesses. This week, Dan Scudder of Rapleaf tells you how to mine and use the information pulled from social data to target your audience and get new customers. The world of direct marketing isn't what it used to be.
The industry has changed so quickly within the past few years that it's astounding. Direct response initially started out as direct mail, print, phone, and as it expanded to online and the web, we were seeing opportunities. Social media has transformed this so rapidly. The amount of data that you can collect on an individual, what to do with that data so that you can monetize this effectively, how to determine who is a good customer, how to convert a prospect into a paying customer. These are all of the challenges that the direct marketing industry is really facing right now. It couldn't be a more challenging and yet a more exciting time to try to get a handle on how best to market. So today's program is really in a monthly series of educational programs that we put on for our members, in which we invite leading people within the field to talk about what they're seeing as best practice, up and coming ways to be able to market effectively.
Enter Dan Scudder of Rapleaf, a leading aggregator of social media data.
Right, so we're kind of like a Google where we'll go out and we'll look at your Twitter page, for example, and we'll actually crawl all the followers and learn more about those people based on the public information they're making available. So, what are they tweeting about? What are their demographics? And we're automated crawling that information just like a Google would or anyone else, but providing it specific to the company. Anyone who works with consumers, even with something as simple as an email list, you can work with Rapleaf, understand more about these people, promote your Twitter page, your fan page, gather more followers, more fans, and personalize your messaging to these consumers. Typically, we've seen a retailer will get about 10% conversions on driving people to open emails and click the share with a friend link or become a fan of them on Facebook. So, over sending 3 emails over the course of 30 days, they'll see a lift and a growth in 10% of their fan base. So it's been, pretty significant, an easy way to gain some ROI on the social media investment these companies are making.
As with any marketing approach, there are ways to turn off and strategies to turn on potential and existing customers.
I think the biggest thing is kind of responding to your consumers in an honest and open way. So you'll see a lot of marketers try and push content to their consumers and kind of force it on them in an unnatural way. And you'll see that won't work, and it could often even backlash. for the marketer, whereas a more natural dialogue, responding to wall posts in an open and honest way, when fans are saying about things about your brand on your fan page, being honest when you're communicating with them, I think that's an important way to approach social media as a marketer. We worked with one realtor website. And what they did is they had some customers come in who were complaining about something that happened. And they have their customer service queue. And what they did is they actually looked and said, okay, these people are very influential online. Before they go and tweet something bad about us or start complaining, let's call these people, let's send them direct mail, let's communicate with them directly and convert them to a brand ambassador as opposed to someone who doesn't like us. And so they turned a customer service complaint into an actual brand ambassador. And that's an example of something that works really well, using that social data and insight about who these consumers are.
Dan says marketers are becoming more aware of what's being said about them through social media forums, and that there's growth in the realm of reputation management.
So you see a lot of companies out there like a Radian6 or more enterprise, a Buzzmetrics or Collective Intellect. And these are companies that actually listen to the conversations that people are saying about your brand or your product. And when you compare that with things that are going on currently in the marketplace, what's the current feeling about your brand? Are people happy? Are people, complaining about certain things that are going on? And then being able to respond to that.
Scudder tells IFV News where he sees social media and aggregators heading in the next 3 to 6 months.
Sure, I think there's going to be a lot of aggregators that come up. So you see things like Rapportive, which plugs into your Gmail and helps you learn more about the people you email with socially. eText, Gist, these are all services that help you personalize your messaging to users. It's more for a consumer than a business, going to Facebook and building a fan page. So actually tying all the networks together into one service, I think, is going to be a new area that's important for people. Their service to watch is Foursquare, and that's going to be kind of a location-based, almost a Twitter type of service. And it's got about 1 million or so users now, and it's doing pretty well. But I think you'll see that grow a lot. And for entrepreneurs, especially small business owners who own physical locations, that's going to be an important part to market your business and also learn about who's showing up at your business when people are checking in via Foursquare. So I think you're going to see that as a very important tool over the next 6 months for marketers.
NetProspects Social 50, released by sales and marketing content database provider NetProspects, looks at the social network usage of employees at companies in the Fortune 1000 and ranks the top 50 companies according to overall activity based in part on data provided by Rapleaf. In the top 10, Microsoft, eBay, Amazon.com, Google, and Apple. That's all for this week from the IFV News team. Thanks for joining us from the Yale Club of New York City in Midtown Manhattan. Be sure to check back every day right here at ifvnews.com for the latest on what's happening around the globe in the medium and small business world.